More than 2 million have fled Ukraine since Russia invaded. UN officials said it's the fastest growing refugee crisis in Europe since World War II. Just months after the U.S. welcomed thousands of Afghan refugees, we've heard your questions about when and how Ukrainian refugees might be coming to Colorado. Here's 9 News reporter Jennifer Meckles.
Images show a mass exodus, people fleeing Ukraine, mostly into neighboring European countries.
I want to share what we talk about as the 3 durable solutions. They are the priorities for how we support refugees protection-wise.
Meg Sagaria-Barrit works with the Colorado Refugee Services Program. Before a refugee would come here, there might be a better option for them somewhere else.
So the first priority is what we call repatriation, and that's essentially returning people safely to their home country.
2, live long-term in a nearby country. Or 3, third country resettlement, somewhere like the U.S.
And so that's the least used option. It represents about less than 1% of refugees globally access third country resettlement.
Meg says it's too early in this conflict to really know what will happen with Ukrainian refugees. And resettlement takes time.
Just for context, we had seen this when the Syrian war erupted, is that it was about 2 years before any Syrians made it to the U.S. from the start of the war until Syrians were actually resettled in the U.S.
And Meg says that timeline is really a better example than what we saw happen with Afghanistan last year, when refugees were quickly evacuated, arrived at U.S. military bases, and resettled in places like Colorado, all within months.
I can't promise what process Ukrainians will come through, but there is a conventional process that we use essentially at all times prior to resettling this group of Afghans, right? That the process and the means through which Afghans arrived was an anomaly.
In late February, Democratic Governor Jared Polis told the feds and the Ukrainian embassy that Colorado pledges to welcome refugees. For the Ukrainians already in the country on a visa as of March 1st, the U.S. is now providing temporary protected status. We're going to have more about how the refugee process works overall in our online version of the story. You can find that at 9news.com.
Jenny, Colorado's had a decades-long history of taking in refugees, but when you talk about the populations that are here, there's a large Afghan population that came just in the last 10 years. Obviously, there hasn't been a big outflow from Ukraine in the last 10 years.
No, but the state did say there are some people that have come here already as refugees. So it is a small number, but it is not zero.
I want to say that I saw 11,000 folks in Colorado say that they are from Ukraine. All right. Thank you, Jenny.